Okay.
Woohoo!
So, everybody welcome. This is, we're playing, Life and Blood Atlanta. Josie is not gonna play, no we're not. We are playing, actually, Nichol's Cryptid Catchers. Our Hunter the Reckoning Chronicle, technically speaking. As usual on Thursdays and Saturdays, I'm your storyteller, Dengle. Joining me tonight will be Feyla playing Gladys, Buttons playing Rose, and then Nenavar playing Edgar. For those of you listening to this, they all wave. So, as it is the first little installment of this particular chapter of this, a quick recap of how we got to this point. Our third game originally was Call of Cthulhu, where we went on a big exploration around New Orleans. Our investigators got contracted in by one Captain Everett Nichols, which at the end didn't quite make it out. And as such, his wife has went on and created an investigative company. Granted, during the 20s, it did fine. 20s were the roaring 20s for a reason. During the 30s, not so much. The company, as it sits right now, is on the brink of collapse. Its bankruptcy is looming. There is a bit of an uptick recently, but definitely not in a major fashion. The company has a total of 10 employees, including Miss Nichols herself. And one Miss Etta is still on staff. Just for bookkeeping and library reasons. The other team that is working opposite of all of you are a little bit more seasoned. They've been around for a while. However, you three are relatively new. When I say relatively new, like 2 or 3 years with the company. So, if you would want to introduce yourselves and what you look like, by all means.
I guess I can go first. I'm playing Gladys McCoy. She is early to mid-20s. Long, kind of curly/wavy brown hair. Not crazy well taken care of. It's definitely often has some like grease on the tips of it because she does a lot of work with her hands and everything like that. So same with her clothes. There's often stuff all over it. She wears kind of normal clothes for the time period, although again, more on a little bit of a masculine side of things just because of her tinkering habits. A little bit more tanned skin, but still kind of pale, and then brown eyes.
And I'm playing Edgar. He is in his late 40s. Despite only being in his late 40s, he is completely gray and very wrinkled. He's balding and has a kind of an infinity stash going on. If you don't know what that is, it's a mustache, kind of comes down, back up to the sideburns into the hairline. He is missing his left pinky, and along with the left side of his face, there is a slightly noticeable scar underneath that mustache that he keeps growing over it.
And then finally, Rose.
All right, so Rose is a 5'2" little firecracker with wild curly red hair that is usually kept up in a messy red, like half bun ponytail kind of a thing. She's got very dark green eyes, freckles all over her face, this wide toothy grin. She's dressed in a dirty t-shirt and overalls with boots that look like they might be a size too big, and she's got her daddy's old war rifle slung over her shoulder.
Okay. So, as such, it is currently a Monday, and as all Mondays go, it's always the best day of the week, right? You all are brought into the office, and normally this is where they give out assignments for the week. And they're giving out assignments like one person's got to go look for a lost cow, another one's looking for a husband that supposedly is being less than faithful in their relationship and their marriage. Actually, two of them they're sending to kind of act like a bail bondsman, bounty hunter type. And then the other three just random small jobs here and there. However, when it gets to you three, you're used to looking for like dogs and kids and stuff like that. Just stupid little quick things. But Miss Nichols actually brings you into her office and sits all of you down. She's like, now, I hate to ask this, but any of y'all afraid of heights?
No, not really.
No?
Wouldn't be here if I was.
Okay, good, because y'all gonna be getting on a plane here in a little while. Get your overnight bags. You'll probably be out there at least a week, if I had to guess. We got a request from an old friend of my late husband's. He's up in Washington, out in one of the logging camps. Apparently, there's been an issue that nobody can quite understand what's going on, so they need another set of eyes that are past the law. Don't know exactly why, but apparently there's a jurisdiction issue or something. And just need other people to look at it. It does pay pretty well. I mean, it's probably one of the better paying jobs that y'all three have gotten. And as I said before, if you see anything weird, let me know, okay?
Well, of course.
Alright. And she takes out 3 plane tickets. It's your normal commercial passenger flight. And as we all know, in the 40s, that was a very harrowing experience. It was not nearly what it is today. Seats were extremely uncomfortable. The plane, it was very loud, and yeah, it just wasn't fun. And you're flying from Tennessee all the way to Washington. She's like, and here's some money to get a car while you're there. You're gonna need it because from Seattle it's about 4 hours northwest or northeast rather, and you'll be going down some back roads too. So just get something good. Yeah.
Ooh,
Must be
this
some
could
friend.
fun.
Yeah. He'll explain when you get there. So, I need to know what everybody's packing.
Edgar is packing his knife, his rifle, a few changes of clothes, his water canteen, and his whiskey canteen, and a bit of ammo for the gun.
And because there is no TSA, you're all good. Gladys and Rose?
Rose will pack her usual clothes, a sleeping bag, water bottle kind of a thing, her rifle, ammo, pair of rain boots and a raincoat, soap, toothbrush, toothpaste, first aid kit if she can get her hands on one.
Yeah, you probably have one.
And a flashlight.
Okay. Keep them on the flashlight theme. I like it.
So, Gladys packs a very small bag with some clothes in it, and a couple other of the essentials, and then a larger bag of just the most miscellaneous stuff you could imagine. Like just a bunch of random bits and bobs that she will fiddle around with and do things with when she's bored, and probably has to be talked into not bringing more.
That's fair.
And then last minute pack like a flashlight, a knife, the handgun she has, and a couple other assorted small things, but nothing crazy.
Okay.
And
Except for the except for the workbench full of just bits and bobs and odds and ends.
Pretty much. And then last minute she'll throw in a thick pair of gloves and a sleeping bag.
Okay. It is later spring, so it might get a little bit chilly, but you probably are going to be okay.
I'm assuming in the 1 to 3 outfits that she threw in there's a jacket.
Yeah. And I mean, you know that you'd probably be able to pick up a jacket and like maybe a warmer pair of clothes or something.
But yeah, no.
If you didn't bring any.
The clothing packing was very minimal for her.
Okay. So that afternoon you get on the airplane. And many hours later, you finally end up in Seattle, Washington. It's not like it is today with the big terminal, all of the rental car places. It's just pretty much a single terminal that kind of looks like a bus station. However, at least the streets are paved. There are taxis available. There are ways to get around outside of walking away from that place. So, how are you getting to a destination to be able to get a vehicle? Or would you like to roll to see how you get there? You are muted.
Yes, I am. I feel like Gladys would just kind of start wandering around and then maybe asking people to be pointed somewhere where they could pick up a vehicle.
Okay. Give me charisma and streetwise, please.
Okay.
I know that's probably not the best pool for you, but it's okay.
2 successes.
Yeah, so you walk up to a couple people and they just kind of like, who are you? And get away from me. Last person you walk up to, though, turns out to be the last person because they actually give you something useful for information. They're like, yeah, about half a mile down the road, you can find a old military surplus lot. They've got some older trucks down there. I don't know if it's what you're going to be looking for, but I mean, depending on where you're going, might get you there.
That sounds absolutely perfect. Thank you so much. And then drag the other 2 off to it.
Okay. It by this point it's very early in the morning. So like it's just opening. And the gentleman on the lot just kind of sees you three coming and looks at Edgar and is like, "How can I help you?"
Need a truck to get into some off-roading.
All right. What kind of off-roading? Like you going up to the mountains? Or you going over to logging camps? Or what you doing?
Into the woods.
All right. I'm gonna ask you again. Mountains or logging camps? Or are you just going through stuff just to see if you can?
Mostly going through stuff to see if we can.
All right. And he walks over to this thing, and it's a very large 3-axle vehicle. He's like, "Well, it's 6x6. It's just a 3-speed, so hopefully it's okay, and it does run off a diesel. So I mean, it don't run quite as well as the gas ones, but at least it'll get you there."
Can Gladys try and see if anything's wrong with it?
Yes, can. Give me intelligence and technology, please. Because I assume you just like pop the hood and start going through it.
Yeah. Real fast question. I don't remember with the hunter stuff. Am I supposed to be rolling one of the
No,
what
you're good.
would amount to be like the blood dice, but the black dice? Okay.
No, you're good.
Gross, only 2.
Okay. You give it a quick once over. It could use a tune-up, but it doesn't need one right now. By the time that you get back and you get ready to sell it, probably wouldn't hurt to put a tune-up on it before you sell it to try to get more money out of it. But
It's not gonna blow up on us.
no, it's not going to blow up on you. And after a little bit of back and forth, because I assume that getting the sign-off from Gladys would be good enough for everybody else. You negotiate on price, and it's below what Miss Nichols gave you, and you're on your way. Now, who is actually driving? Just out of curiosity.
Edgar, well, if Gladys doesn't have too much of a problem with this, he knows he's used to off-roading.
That's cool. I've got 1 in driving, so.
Also have a 1 in driving, but...
Rose will gladly take the back seat to whoever's offering to drive.
Oh no, it's just a bench seat up front. That's all 3 of you.
Gladys isn't gonna fight it if Edgar wants to.
Yeah, Edgar will take it.
Okay, so who has survival? Okay, who has the highest survival?
I have a 2.
I have 1.
Okay, so Rose, you are the navigator. You get the map out, and it's an actual paper map. Oh, jeez. And you're given a general location to where to go. And it's actual like GPS coordinates. It's however many degrees north, however many degrees west, minutes, seconds. You find it, and you see this little tiny town. It's not super far east of can't remember the name of the town now. Doesn't matter. It just says Logging Town X. Legitimately, that's what it's called. You're like, well, I guess that's there. So I need you to give me a wits and survival to make sure that Edgar stays on the right roads.
That's actually a half-decent pool for me. I would be happy to give you wits and survival. Can we re-roll dice in this game, or no?
Using willpower, yes, you can.
Okay. I am going to use a willpower and re-roll.
Okay.
Ah, that's much better. 3 successes.
Okay. There's a couple times where you're like, wait, do it take left, take right? But you do end up getting there. Or at least you get on your way. Edgar, can I get you to make me a wits and drive? Because as you are traversing through, you get to a rather rough spot, and you need to make it up without, high centering yourself and getting stuck.
I am also going to spend a willpower.
Okay. This is starting off great.
2 successes.
Okay, so 2 successes. You get about halfway up, and you start to spin a little bit, and you're like, oh, just give it more gas, and you start hopping on the rocks. And then you catch, but as you catch, it bottoms out, and you just hear a pow! But you're still moving.
Edgar!
I'm used to sand dunes, okay?
Do you need me to take it? Take over?
Kind of got that out there for a second thing.
Do you need me to take over?
I got it.
Don't ruin the vehicle before we even get there!
I said I got it.
Don't you give me that, I'll backseat drive if I want to! Front seat drive?
There's no seats in this one, it's just a bench.
So you continue on, and you do eventually get there. There's a couple more spots like that, but after the first thing, you realize, oh, wheels slip on rocks. So you try to find the more dirt path. But you're pulling this down. When I say it's small, I mean small. It's got a bunkhouse, it's got a bar, it's got a general store, it has a bathhouse, and then it has a machine shop. And then it has one more building, but it's unnamed. Not necessarily sure exactly what that is.
Oh, I wonder what's in there.
There's one way to find out.
So, you kind of pull up, and where would you like to park? It kind of looks like a free-for-all right now. So wherever you can park, you kind of just do park. But is there any place specifically that you would like to get near?
Edgar's probably going to park somewhere closer to a gas station just in case if it needs them.
Okay, so the bunkhouse and the machine shop, somewhere in between those two. So you park over there, and almost immediately you're met with, as you're getting out, stares and kind of weird looks. Nobody's really saying anything, but you're definitely getting the feeling that they don't get a whole lot of visitors here, and they don't go down into town a whole lot.
Did we get a name for the guy we're looking for?
Yes, you do have a name. It's Nathan Maddock.
Okay, so as soon as we're parked, Rose is gonna swing out of the vehicle. And is there anyone nearby, or are we just getting stared at from across the road or something?
I mean, there's a couple people sitting out front of the bunkhouse looking like they've got an old clay jug that they're drinking something out of. And they're just kind of staring at you as you're getting out of that.
She's just gonna kind of swing on the door and say, "Hi, we're looking for Mr. Maddock. Do you know where we can find him?"
Oh, you mean Nate?
Hmm?
Yeah, he's probably over the general store.
Awesome, thank you.
And who are you?
Oh, you can call me Rose.
Okay. You want new girls, or you just here to visit?
Nah, oh god, guys, Now, just friend of a friend thing. We're here on business.
Oh, okay. I'll see you around.
And she'll just kind of go trotting off.
Gladys is gonna make sure the truck isn't, like, gonna die on them before she follows.
I mean,
Like, check
it'll
the
be fine
undercarriage
to
and
sit there.
everything.
Okay, so you're gonna check the undercarriage?
Just making sure it's not gonna bottom out on us or something.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a wits and technology. Because I assume that you're not doing like a thorough investigation, you're just kind of looking.
Yeah. I forget what the exclamation mark is. I don't know what that one is. And then a success? Is that a critical fail?
I think so. I don't remember offhand. How many did you get?
One success and then one fail. One bad fail.
Okay. The one success is enough for you to like take a real quick like look under there and realize that one of the mounting points on the transfer case snapped off. It's fine. Just don't hit something again. Because otherwise the transfer case might fall off the transmission. That'd be really bad.
Ugh, Edgar!
What?
Don't do it again! It's gonna stop working.
Fine.
That building that doesn't have anything labeled. How close are we to it?
It is the complete opposite side of the little circle that you're in.
Darn.
Granted, it's only like 50 feet across, but still.
No one's near it?
I mean, it doesn't look like anybody's going in and out of it right now.
Fighting the urge to go walk and see what it is. Were we pointed towards the general store?
Rose was.
Did the rest of us hear this conversation?
You
I should
weren't too far away.
So Rose was probably talking at the top of her lungs.
So yeah, head off in the general direction of the general store.
Okay. And then Edgar. Are you following or are you going somewhere else?
Yep, he's following.
Okay. So you go in the general store and it's very obvious that it's geared toward lumberjacks and outdoorsmen and like fur trappers and traders and hunters and stuff like that. They've got a wall of just rifles and ammunition. They've got saws. They've got axes. They've got pretty much anything that you'd want to have to climb a tree. Haul trees out, debark them, whatever it is. They also have snow chains for tires. Looks like they've got 3 pairs left.
Oh, Gladys, think we should get a couple for the back tires?
I mean, don't ask me that because I'm gonna say yes because I like these things.
I mean, we're gonna need to get out there, won't we?
Yes? We don't actually know where we're going, do we? Where's Nate?
As you ask, where's Nate? I'm an old gentleman. I'm probably a little bit older than Miss Nichols. Comes over. Yeah, how can I help you?
Ms. Nichol sent us. Hi.
Oh! Shoot, I sent her that letter like 3 months ago. I'm surprised it took her this long to get out here. I'm sorry, she didn't tell me y'all were coming. Who are you?
My name's Gladys.
And I'm Rose.
Edgar.
Oh, well, it's nice to meet you. Obviously you know who I am. Come. And he walks up to the front counter. At which point he pulls out his sheriff stuff, because apparently he's the sheriff of the town that runs the general store. And then he pulls out this little file. He's like, so I don't know how used to weird things y'all are, or gory scenes, because I know you're not technically investigators. I mean, you are, but not in my sense of the term.
I've seen my fair share.
I'm good with weird things, don't like the gory things.
I've lived out on a farm, seen my fair share of both.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let you know. Reason why we asked you to come out here is we had a murder a couple months ago. I'm convinced we got the wrong person, but I don't have jurisdiction where it happened. The state police have that. And I'm trying to fight for the dude, because he's too nice to have done something like this. And he just kind of slides the folder over. Now, truth be told, be warned to open that up, because it's pretty nasty.
Rose will just kind of look at Gladys.
Gladys is gonna grab it and open it.
Rose will peek
Okay.
over her shoulder.
Okay, so Gladys, you said that you're not super great with gory, right?
Nope.
Give me a composure and resolve, please.
Okie dokie.
The other two also give me that, but yours is easier.
It's a composure and resolve, right?
Yes, composure and resolve.
Rose got 4 successes.
So did Gladys.
Edgar got 2.
Okay, you're all fine. Gladys, you feel a little bit queasy immediately looking at this thing. But
Nope.
it's pictures of a dismembered body. And it looks like it was out in the middle of the square. And then you keep flipping through the files, and then you see one picture where it looks like they're up on a balcony somewhere. You got another picture, and it looks like some weird arrangement. It's very specifically laid out. The innards have been made out to be part of the symbol, but it is very large.
Hey Gladys, do you think that symbol means something? And she'll point it out, just completely and totally ignoring the fact that Gladys is having a hard time.
Ooh. Okay. See if I can focus on the symbol. Does the symbol look familiar?
Give me an intelligence and occult. However, take 1 penalty dice, please.
Okay. Oh no, I closed it. Whoops. I need to get this printed out. You said with intelligence and occult, but -1?
Yep.
Okay.
I have a feeling that's still very good for you.
3. I can reroll 2.
You haven't seen something like this per se, but some of the things that you've encountered doing other work has a very similar something to it. It almost looks like somebody was trying to do like magic, but magic's not real. It also almost looks like a warning symbol that like a gang would use almost.
Ooh, okay. It almost reminds me of something I saw a while ago before joining up with you guys that like, I don't know, some gang decided to pretend they could do magic, and that's not exactly the same thing, but sort of.
Ooh, were these people part of a magic ritual or something? And she's just gonna look up excitedly.
I mean, they thought they were, I think.
And they just standing there and it's like, y'all do realize magic ain't real, right?
Yeah, that's why I said they thought they were. Obviously nothing came of it.
It also really doesn't make sense to pick victims in such a small town. I mean, y'all notice the disappearances pretty quick. Wouldn't it be better to take victims from a larger city?
Yeah, did you guys know who disappeared?
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is that was Boss Man around here. The guy that owned the logging company.
So someone was mad at him.
And see, that's what they're wanting to say, but I'm pretty sure that ain't the truth.
Why do you think that?
Well, for one thing, and he kind of points past all you, and he points over into a corner, and you see a woman, she's probably 7 or 8 months pregnant. It's like, that was that man's pride and joy, and his secret girlfriend just so happens to be Boss Man's daughter, too. Now, that they did get into a fight, and I know that for a fact, but I have it on good authority that old boy's got a pretty solid alibi for that night. State police don't want no part of that, though.
What was the alibi?
Well, see, it was Christmas, and he actually went down and, well, down to the city to spend time with his mom and daddy. I can get him on the phone, and they can corroborate that, but state troopers, well, parents will do anything for their kids, so we can't trust them. They even sent me the receipts from when they flew out here, though, so that's a really long stretch if that's really what they want to do. And he starts flipping through the file a little bit more, and he pulls out the actual receipts. And first, the absolute fact, flew in Christmas Eve and flew out 3 days after Christmas.
Okay, so if it wasn't him, was anyone else mad at the boss? Is he a good boss?
I mean, he was a boss. He was very demanding, so I'm sure people were mad at him. I just don't know how mad they got.
Anybody stick out in your mind in particular?
I mean, there's a handful of people. Tim over at the machine shop. He's got a real short temper, real short fuse, and apparently they got into a bit of a shouting match earlier today, in the day that this happened. Because Tim was like, "Why can't I just have freaking Christmas off?" Then one of the girls that works at the bar, apparently, boss man was getting a little bit handsy. Some of the guys took exception to that and removed him from the bar. So I'd go talk to their ringleader's Frank. Probably gonna be finding him out of the job site right now, but he'll get back in a little bit. And then I got one more. He's a hunter. Come in. I don't think he did it, but I think he might have saw something. Said he come in that night, but had to leave real fast. Usually he comes in, he stays for 3-4 days and goes back out for about 3 weeks. If he comes in and leaves the same night, there's probably a problem.
Okay. Do you have the name for those people? The barmaid, the mechanic, and the hunter? I missed the mechanic's name.
Tim. And then barmaid, her name's Ellie. At least that's what we call her. I'm pretty sure her name's like Evelyn or something. I don't know. Real pretty name though. And then the hunter, yeah, you'll know him when you see him. But his name's Mathis.
Good.
Where'd the murder happen?
I'm sorry?
Where'd the murder happen?
Oh, right out there, out in front of the old town hall.
Is that the empty building? Or the unmarked building?
Yeah. Normally that's where all like the business happens. And if there's gonna be a wedding, that's what happens there. Somebody gets hurt, that's the hospital. We call it the town hall, but really it's the multi-use building. I think right now, I can't even remember what the heck his name is. He came in a couple weeks ago. He's the new hand to clean up the place in there. I've been calling him Jimmy. I'm sure that's not his name, though.
Okay. And what do you think?
How much you know about these here woods?
Nothing at all.
How about you two?
I don't know about the woods out here, but I know back home you never mess with the woods.
I've been out of the country for a while.
So, the men here have a story. It's been passed down since hell I was a kid. Saying you don't go out after dark into the woods, and you don't take more than what you do. When problems start happening, you take time off. Because there's spirits out there. And them spirits, they'll come and get you if you take more than what you're supposed to have. And if you're out there during nighttime, not only are there animals like wolves and bears, cougars, mountain lions, all that fun stuff, but they got these big ape-like things that like to patrol around looking for stragglers.
8-leg things?
Yeah, ape-like things. Monkeys.
Oh. Okay.
See, Boss Man been walking around the woods trying to find easy to take resources. Been doing it mostly at night. Now, for all I know, there could be some crazy mountain man out there that just been eating people and hiding their bodies.
Is the boss man from here?
No, he's from San Francisco.
Oh.
He was one of them college boys.
City boys have no respect for the land.
Yeah, see, that's why I think it's probably someone doing something because they're mad at him for ruining things. Is anyone here having an issue with this? The whole logging thing?
I mean, no, they get paid pretty good. Yeah, most make $4 or $5 an hour.
That's a lot. I just mean, like, overall, is anyone unhappy with what is going on?
Not
Hey,
here.
not
I mean,
here.
not here. There is an old guy. If you go down to the pass and hang a right, it'll turn back into gravel road. I don't even know if he's still alive anymore, to be honest with you. I know he was real not happy us coming up here and taking from what he called his land, but he only owns about an acre of it, so the rest of it's state land.
Do you have his name?
Oh, we just call him Mr. Crazy. I think his name's Opie.
Okay. I'm not going to go introduce myself and say, hi, Mr. Crazy. So if you have any sort of name, that could be helpful.
Yeah, O, like the letter O and the letter P. I don't know his last name, though. I'm sorry.
That's fine. That's better than Mr. Crazy.
Yeah. If you get the chance to meet him, you'll understand why I say that.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can help y'all with? And while you're here, you pretty much got free run of the store. I'll bill Miss Nichols directly. I ain't gonna worry about y'all.
Gladys will immediately go look around.
As to be expected.
Rose will wait up by the front and just keep flipping through the file as she waits for Gladys to do her thing. Probably used to it by now.
Okay.
And Edgar is going to look for some camping stuff just in case they do get stuck out there at night.
Yep, you can definitely find a couple tents, like a mass kit, stuff like that. Rose, can I get you to make me either wits investigation or intelligence investigation, please?
Wits and investigation it is. Three successes.
Okay. In the pictures, you do notice something a little bit off. Some of the some of like the orientation of like how things were laid out, it doesn't necessarily seem like it was intentionally done that way. It looks very unnatural, and like you can tell that somebody went through painstaking, like meticulous time to like dislocate joints that were still like held together and make the arms bend the wrong way and make the legs bend the wrong way. It's really gruesome. Then you see this small section that apparently was not finished, and it didn't fully connect. But it's only probably hands width. Don't know if they ran out of material or they got interrupted and had to bolt, but something happened.
Rose will remember that.
Alright, so does Gladys get anything?
I'm real tempted to get a pair of those chains. Yeah, we're getting a pair of the chains. Maybe something to climb trees with.
Okay. You can
And
get a climbing kit.
Yeah. I don't...
Do we need
don't
some
have-
pitons? I don't know if I pronounced that correctly or not.
I kind of assume that's part of the climbing kit.
I just didn't know if it was like a lumberjack's like tree climbing kit specifically, or if it was just like a general climbing kit.
It was lumberjack specifically, but they do have the pitons.
Okay.
Okay.
So, that and then rope.
Which that actually comes in the lumberjack like tree climbing kit.
Oh, cool.
Quite a lengthy bit of rope, actually.
Oh, we should probably get snowshoes while we're here, shouldn't we?
I can... Yeah.
Never had to walk through waist deep snow before, have you?
I can make something. Fine, if you want me to buy something, I will. Not gonna say no to that. So snowshoes. I was gonna say something else and I forgot what it was. Oh, do they have just like a small handsaw? Like emergency one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The sign above it says limmer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything else you guys want?
Should we get a little extra diesel to carry with us for the vehicle?
Oh yeah, we need that. I kind of figured that'd be at the mechanics, though.
Yep.
Just while we're
Mechanic
thinking about
has-
it.
Yeah, the mechanic has like the fuel pumps and all that fun stuff.
Well, I think we need to talk to one of the mechanics anyway, so that's a perfect opportunity.
All right. So where to next, gang?
Mechanics, I guess?
Okay, so straight over to the machine shop. The smell of oil and hot iron kind of permeates the air as you walk in. And rather than the mud or dirt floor that most of the other buildings seem to have, at least in the general spaces, this one is a solid wooden floor. Metal shavings kind of crunch underneath your feet as you walk in.
Yeah, home sweet home to you, Gladys, right?
You know it.
You are met by a very old gentleman. He's got a rather long white beard, very curly, very coarse. And black beady eyes start looking at you through. How may I help you?
Are you Tim?
No, not Tim.
Okay.
Tim, the old dude over there with a eye patch.
Okay, we were just given his name. We need some diesel.
Okay, you come in with the old army truck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She stares at Edgar.
Okay, just give me the keys up. And just give me the keys up, put it in there. You got an account?
No. We can start one. Can we get some extra too, just in case we need to go out?
Yeah, you got some jerry cans in the back?
You sell them?
I mean, we can make them.
Yes.
Alright. We'll add that to the account too.
Okay.
Probably ain't gonna be good till tomorrow though.
I think that's fine. I don't think we need to do anything tonight. Is there a place we can stay?
Yeah, the Markout's free.
Okay.
It don't smell very good though, so I'd try to find a window.
Could always sleep in the vehicle. There's a bench there if you'd rather not.
I don't care. So we just needed the diesel from there, and then to talk to Tim. Yeah, I think that's... Do we need anything else from the mechanics? Other than maybe fixing the vehicle? For off-roading?
That's about it.
Okay, Gladys will go start up the account.
Yeah, it's just basically like who you are, how much you owe. It's much less an account, much more a running tab.
Yeah. She'll start it up. What was your name?
Wow, Smokey.
Okay.
Because my beard catches on fire.
I've had that issue with my hair before.
Found out if you soak it in oil, it makes it not poof as much, so it don't catch on fire as much.
That's good to know. I usually just pick
Only
mine
problem.
up.
Yeah, only problem is you smell real funky.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're working on something anyway. We spend time around
That's true.
people. So I just heard that something happened a couple months ago. What happened?
Oh, you mean
Like someone was killed? The boss was killed?
Yeah, old boss man. Yeah, nah, he's killed. Yeah, right out there. It points like directly in front of the town hall. That you wouldn't know what it is now.
Whoever cleaned that did a really good job.
Yeah, it was more so just picking up the big pieces and letting the wolves eat the rest.
I guess that works.
Yeah, nobody really wanted to touch the slimy bits.
Oh,
Don't blame him.
But to be honest, even the wolves didn't want to touch it. Wasn't that it was rancid or nothing. It's just they were real weird.
weird
They
how?
come walking in. Well, normally if we leave food out like that, it's for a reason. Like I know, one of the hunting groups out there come back with a big old bear and just kind of threw his guts off inside of the camp one time. Bear come in, or not the bear, the wolves come in. They just gobble that shit right up. And like somebody had a cat one time, they didn't mind coming in and grabbing that right up too. But that specifically, and it wasn't even like any of us were around. It's just me here and Tim over there in the shop. We was the only ones here during that time, and the wolves come in looking like somebody's about to smack them with a newspaper or something.
Were you two the first ones to see it?
Oh, no.
Who found it?
First one to see it was his daughter, actually.
That's not good.
No, it wasn't. She wouldn't have saw it if she wasn't sleeping in town hall that night.
Why was she there?
Because she had an argument with her daddy, and it ain't unlike her to sleep in town hall by herself.
Okay.
There's a little chapel in there. She sleeps on the pews.
Anything you notice weird about it? Other than the wolves not eating it?
Not really, but I was a little bit hungover, so...
Was Tim?
I mean, no more hungover than he usually is.
So he's used to it then. I'm gonna go ask him because I really want to know what happened.
Alright.
It's kind of the reason I'm here.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Thanks for starting the tab.
And no problem. I'll get on those jerry cans right quick.
Oh! Someone couldn't drive, and one of the things on the other side, like, can you just check that out? I did a quick glance, but, like, yeah.
No, he cracked the mountain plate.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll get it loaded up for you, and I'll make a skid bar for you. Okay?
Thank you.
So, yeah. He kind of heads out to the truck and starts it up and brings it over. You can hear him filling it up. As you walk over... as you walk over, and this Tim fellow that you expect is what his name is. He's a rather robust gentleman. He's very, very hairy. Like, his arms are super hairy. He's got a long ponytail. You can see like the top of his head's kind of bald. He's got gray hair as well. And you do see an eye patch. At least a strap for an eye patch. And he's working in a cutoff shirt and just jeans.
What is he working on?
Currently he is making something on the lathe.
Does he notice them?
No, he seems pretty intent on what he's doing right now.
Gladys will try and figure out what he's trying to make.
Give me a wits and technology. If either of you want to figure out what he's trying to make, you can also do that.
Critical success with 6.
Okay, so you absolutely know. Let's see if...
I'm not even gonna try because Rose is just watching. She has no idea what's going on, and quite honestly, she doesn't care.
Edgar got 2.
Okay, so Edgar, you have absolutely no idea. Gladys, you can pretty much tell that he's making like a drive shaft for some sort of like excavator. It's just a really long, straight rod that has gears spinning at the end. But he's checking it like every 2 seconds with like calipers and stuff like that, so.
She's gonna walk over, but not interrupt him because she doesn't want him to mess it up. And just kind of like try to grab his attention without startling him.
Okay. You kind of walk in front of him and he kind of gives you a glance and he just keeps doing what he's doing.
Hi.
Can I help you?
Maybe. I heard about the guy that was murdered and I just wanted to know what you saw.
I ain't seen nothing.
You
and
sure?
he just keeps on working. Yeah, I'm sure. Bastard wants us to work on Christmas Day and don't even pay us extra.
That's...
I don't see nothing.
He sounds like kind of an ass.
Oh, he was, and the world's probably better for him not being here anymore.
Did he do anything else to you guys that makes you mad?
Oh, he shorted me on some parts and labor, and he tried to tell Smokey that he couldn't keep working here no more, even though, I mean, this is his shop.
Why would he do that?
Because he come in and thought he was the mayor of the damn town.
Right, because he had money.
Yeah, something like that. He got the contract, is what he got.
Do you think there was anyone around here mad enough to do something about it?
No, I'm sure there probably was, but I don't really care at this point. Sucks they got who they got, but you know, at least they're happy.
Smokey said that the wolves didn't take it. Did you notice that?
Like I said, I don't see nothing. Would you like to give me a wits and insight?
Yes.
You are muted.
I said that's not a bad pool for me. I'm used to it not being great.
Rose got 2 successes.
3.
Okay. And then Edgar, what is your wits and insight?
2 successes.
Okay. So, Rose and Edgar, you just kind of take them at face value. Gladys, you know there's something else there. You're not sure what, though.
I'm gonna be straight up with you, sir. I don't believe you. I think you saw something, but I know you don't want to tell us because you think we're gonna do something, and I don't think we will because I don't know if we're here for that. We just need to figure out what's going on.
I don't know what you're talking about. I told you I hadn't seen nothing.
Is that why you have an eye patch, so you can say that you don't see things?
Nah, I got the eye patch because some idiot, and he kind of looks over at Smokey, decided it was smart to throw a screwdriver in the drill press one day to try to get something out real fast, and just shank snap and sent a piece of metal in my eye.
I did that once, and it was not good. Obviously, I didn't hit my eye, though.
You're lucky it didn't hit you in like the body.
Yep.
It'll go clean through you.
Yeah, my uncle was not happy with me.
Wait, does he think we're feds just because we rolled in on some army thing? I hope
don't
not.
know.
We're not with the government or nothing. We're just
We're here on
doing a
behalf of
favor
a
for
friend
a
of a friend.
yeah.
Okay. I'll be honest with you. I don't really care who you working with. I said I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing.
I'm sure I don't believe you, but okay, I'll go talk to other people. Thanks, bye. By the way, you measured wrong.
No, not quite. It's about 13 thousandths over right now. I got a little bit more going down.
Walk away.
Would anybody else like to talk to him?
Yep.
Okay. On the way out, Gladys, you see a bucket of old rusty bolts and a bunch of just random like scraps of metal just laying there.
I want to take him. Is he looking?
I mean, he's not necessarily looking fully, but he's definitely keeping an eye on you. Would you like to give me a dexterity and larceny?
Yes. I'm gonna re-roll those. Nope, I got a 1!
As you like go to shovel some stuff into your bag, he's like, put them back.
But they're rusty, you're not gonna need them.
That's what oil's for.
You sure? Just like you're sure you didn't see anything?
Yeah. If I wanted to see something, I would have saw something.
Right, that's why I said I didn't believe you, because I know you saw something.
Right. Maybe if you find me later at the bar, I might be a little bit more willing to talk, but that's only after a couple drinks.
I will buy you all of the alcohol.
Oh, don't say that.
What? I want to drink
I'll hold
too!
you to that.
Because that's what's gonna happen. You say something, they hold you to it.
Who said I wasn't gonna do it?
You don't know how much all the alcohol is, and if we buy it all up, people are gonna get mad.
As much as he wants. And can drink without dying.
We're in a
Well, then he'll have to deal with the
Lumber camp?
consequences then, won't he? She'll drop the rusty bolts back as she walks away.
Alright, so. Where to next, gang?
Let's see. Hunter guy is out at a site.
There's Ellie,
let's see.
Frank, and Jimmy. And the daughter.
Wait, which one was Frank?
Frank is the guy who fought the boss because he was handsy with Ellie.
Right.
Look, I took notes.
Yay!
I did too, but apparently Frank missed the list for some reason. So who do we want to go to next? It might be a little bit easier to talk to Frank if we talk to Ellie first. Just my initial thoughts, but I don't know for sure.
I'll say Jimmy next, personally.
Okay, he's the one that's taking care of the town hall. Can we find maybe Jimmy?
Okay, so you walk in town hall and it is deserted. At least On initial inspection, there's nobody in there that you can see.
Can we poke around, get a little bit of a lay of the land, so to speak, of the building?
Yep. Go ahead and give me a wits and awareness, please.
Three.
5.
6.
Okay, so Edgar and Rose. As you're walking around, you're opening up doors, looking for everything, and nothing. Then you walk to the very back of the building, upper floor. You open up a door, and you just hear a very slight snoring. I mean, it's real quiet, but you look around, like, there's nobody in the room. And then you look up, and you just see this young guy. He's probably, if he's 21, you'd be surprised, like, draped over one of the rafters, just passed out.
That looks fun.
We should try and climb up there.
You two think you can handle it?
Maybe.
Only one way
Can
to
we
do
look
that.
around? Can we look around and see if there's a way up into the rafters next to him?
Give me a intelligence investigation.
Three.
3.
3.
Okay. So all of you make it, and it's fairly clear that there's not actually a way to get up there. He'd probably just, like, runs up the wall and jumps and grabs a rafter.
Would that be a dexterity or a strength-based skill check?
That is a dexterity based.
Can I try it then?
Dex and athletics, please.
Sure thing.
I want to, but I feel like I'm gonna fail horribly.
I got 4 successes, but I can re-roll.
No, you're good. You run up, you grab it, and you barely grab it, but you're up there. You start to hoist yourself up. And I need to make a roll real quick. Hold on. Okay, so I got more than one. So, Rose, you take 1 point of superficial damage as something bit your hand. Felt small, felt kind of rat-like. But it's just enough to, like, leave a mark, and it's a pretty good mark. You look, and there's this, like, little beady-eyed rat just, like, staring down at you.
Hey, little guy. And she's just gonna, like, beam at this thing.
Can you please give me a charisma and animal ken?
Not my best pool, but okay. One success.
It kind of, like, squeaks a little bit and goes running off and, like, runs down the back of this guy's shirt. He, like, wakes up and is like, Stop it! I told you, let me sleep. And then he kind of looks over, oh, hi.
Hey, sorry I scared your little buddy. I didn't see him up there.
Yeah, Maximus. And he kind of like smiles and nods. Yeah, that's his name. Has to stay hidden here.
Yeah, I get you. Oh, I'm Rose, by the way.
Nice to meet you. And he kind of like actually wakes up a little bit and kind of looks around. And who are they?
Oh, they're my friends. We're in town investigating the boss's murder.
You know that happened before I got here, right?
No, that's why we were coming to ask you if you knew anything.
I mean, not really. I had to clean up his office, but that's about it. It was a mess, but it's clean now.
A mess? Did it look like it had been like ransacked or something?
No, it just looked like he was trying to cover up a whole bunch of shady stuff.
What do you think he was trying to cover up?
I don't know. It's not really my place to say. I signed on out here to actually be a handout in the field, and they said go clean the town hall, and you're getting half pay for it. So here I am.
Surely there had to be rumors or something, right?
I mean,
Small towns like this don't have much to do when the day's over, except drink and talk.
I mean, yeah, there's rumors, but rumors only really get you so far. And at this point, he's sitting up and he's got like the rat, and he puts it in his pocket, and he swings down and he like drops down into the room. And at this point, you get a pretty good look at him. He's not real tall, rather thin, but it's a really wiry muscle. He's got short black hair. He's got brown eyes. I mean, country clothing, boots, nothing special. He's like, yeah, they got rumors saying Sasquatch got him and bears got him, and somebody said Frank did it, and somebody said what was it? I don't know, one of the native folklore things come out here, and like it was a ghost of a red woman or something. I don't freaking know. The more drunk they get, the crazier the stories sound. Okay.
And Rose will just kind of haul herself so she's kind of sitting on the beam, swinging her legs as she talks.
Wait, is he up now or is he down?
He drops
He's down in the room.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that's the rumors they got, but it is what it is.
Well, since you were the one cleaning out his office, what do you think? Do you think there was like a rival or something trying to scare him away out of town that he wasn't listening to?
I doubt it. If anything, it would have been his daughter wanting to go back to town so she could get out of here.
She never liked being here?
It wasn't that. It's just, with her present situation.
That is fair.
Yeah, she's not quite ready to pop, but she's close. She should probably start heading back here relatively soon. Apparently, when Boss Man figured it out, he wasn't very happy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, we heard they got in a big fight the night of.
Well, not necessarily the night of, but a couple days before. At least that's what I heard. Heard that shortly after the fight, he was like, I don't know if I'm coming back from seeing my family, and he left. So, I don't know. And then he came back after all that mess happened, and then he got arrested about a day and a half later. So,
Did she tell you that? We were told she stays in the church pews.
yeah, she didn't tell me that. She doesn't really talk to me that much. She doesn't really talk to anybody that much anymore.
I don't think we got her name. What is her name?
Weird. Maddie is what everybody calls her.
Everyone just refers to her as the boss's daughter.
Or Boss Man? Because we don't know his name either.
Oh yeah, no, everybody referred to him as Boss Man. His name was Jeb.
Hi, I'm Gladys.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name?
It's Jiminy.
Okay.
My parents had jokes apparently.
What name do you want to go by?
Not that. But that's the one I was given, so that's what I'm going by.
Jim? James? Jimmy?
Jim works.
Okay. Hi, Jim. What'd you do with the stuff when you cleaned out the office?
Oh, it's still in there. I mean, I just put it away.
Can we look at it?
I don't see why not. I mean, wouldn't hurt.
We'd appreciate it. We'll put stuff back when we're done.
I would appreciate that. It took me about a week and a half just to get that place sorted.
Oh wow, must have been really bad.
Yeah, he had a really unique filing system of just throw it and hopefully it'll land in the right pile.
I don't know about that at all.
Here, let me take you to it. I'll let you search around.
Rose will excitedly hop down out of the rafters and follow him.
All right, so he takes you downstairs, and you looked into the room. You just didn't realize what it was. It's got a very small writing desk and some built-in like bookshelves with doors over them that were closed. He takes you in there. And he's like, "Yeah, all the files are in the bookshelves, and I think there's a journal in the desk, but I couldn't actually open the desk. I didn't have the key, so."
Gladys, you think you can do something about that?
I can try.
Look, all I'm saying is if you break it, nobody's gonna care now.
True. So there's a few ways we can get into it.
Kinda, yeah.
So,
anyway.
Where's the key then? Who has the key?
Well, he had it on him, and then the stuff happened, and then I don't know exactly what went on.
Okay. Do you stay here?
I mean, I spend most of my time here, just a simple fact of, like, I'm not going to go over to the bunkhouse. Just sit around a bunch of men that don't shower.
Yeah, I heard it's not great in there.
Yeah, I would suggest sleeping in here. I do most nights.
Do you mind?
No, go ahead. It's not going to hurt anything.
Okay, thank you.
I would say if you got something soft to sleep on, it's better.
I got a sleeping bag.
I guess that'll work.
While she's talking, can she be fiddling with the lock?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a dexterity and larceny, please.
Gross. 1.
It seems to be a little bit more stubborn than what you're used to.
I'm gonna reroll.
Okay.
Gross. Still 1.
Yeah, it's got your number today. You can try one more time without breaking your lockpicks.
Yes. Two.
You got 2. Okay, so you do get it open. However, your actual pin rake, like pin setter, gets bent in the process. And you will need to properly repair it before you can use it again.
That's very frustrating. But let's see what we got. Slam open the desk.
Something happened to your stuff?
Yeah, I kind of almost broke it.
Good thing there's a shop here. Maybe you can get it fixed before we leave.
I mean, I don't think Tim's very happy with me.
Can you fix it?
Yes, but I need the space for it.
Tim's not the one in charge, right?
I don't know. It sounds like Smokey is.
So as long as you keep Smokey happy, we're good.
All of the alcohol. Rifle through the desk.
Okay. Yep, so on the desk there is a ledger. It says payroll on the front. And then there is another book that says invoices. And then a third one that doesn't have anything on it.
Who wants what book? I'm not great with numbers. So no finances for me. I shall take the diary, journal, I'm assuming.
The unnamed one.
Hand it over, I'll take it. And Rose will reach for the ledger.
Okay, so Rose, go ahead and give me an intelligence and finance, please.
Okay. Didn't really put anything in finance, but my intelligence isn't terrible. Two successes.
Okay. So payroll looks pretty straightforward. Doesn't look like there's any weird discrepancies there. However, you see in the invoices that there is a weekly delivery of iron rods. And they're only about 6 inches long, is what the invoices say. But there's about 400 of them.
Does it say where they're coming from, or who they're going to, or what for?
They do say where they're coming from. They say they're coming from Everett Metalworks down in Everett, Washington. And they were delivered, like I said, on a weekly basis up until Jeb's death.
Hey Gladys, you're good with stuff like this. Any idea what a guy like Bossman would want with a weekly delivery of like hundreds of 6-inch iron rods?
I mean, there's a lot you can do with that, I think. Depends on how creative one gets.
I mean, are they like railroad spikes or something? Or are they trying to put down some tracks through the forest?
I don't know.
Are they, like,
It just says
nailed
metal rod. It
marble?
could be anything.
Sounds like something we could ask Tim about.
Would Gladys have any idea?
Everybody go ahead and give me a intelligence and academics, because there does seem to be some like letters and numbers after like the delivery.
I forgot to pick an academic specialty, but can we just assume it goes along the line with like building and tech and crafting and all of that stuff?
So metallurgy?
Metallurgy or mechanic?
We'll say metallurgy in this particular one. So yes, you get an extra dice.
Okay, I will add that in as my specialty for academics.
I got 2 failures.
Rose rolled 1 success.
4.
Okay. So Edgar and Rose, you kind of look at it and it just looks like mumbled jargon. Bunch of bullcrap. Gladys, on the other hand, you look at it and like, oh, it's this grade iron at this length, and it's this thickness, and it's this, that, the next, and you like lay out the entire freaking thing. However, you do know that it is basically wrought iron. It's not really good for a whole lot out here.
I mean, it's... I don't know what you'd use it for, but it's wrought iron, I think? Pretty sure. Almost positive. Making that
No, I've heard
Smokey and
some-
Tim.
Yeah. You know, I've heard some really rich people like to use that stuff to like build these really fancy fences and everything.
I said it depends on how creative you're getting. How much were they?
And she'll read off whatever numbers on the ledger.
Yeah,
Normal
it's
price?
5 cents per. It's 5 cents per bar, and each delivery was about 400. So I think it's like $20 a delivery.
Does that sound average price-wise?
It maybe a little bit more than average, but not too bad.
With the delivery and it being out in the middle of nowhere, probably not crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I mean...
Of course, that's a lot if he's getting them every week.
Right! That's a lot of money.
Especially if there's people to pay that he's not paying.
Well, I mean, that's probably why he's not paying them.
Now, regarding the journal, can I get an intelligence, an investigation, or an intelligence and insight?
Investigation, please. Six.
Okay, so 6. The beginning is your very typical, like, beginning of a business venture like this. Shows him like arriving, and then like 6 months later, his wife and his daughter show up. And then his wife goes back to the city and leaves the daughter here because the daughter wanted to stay. He didn't know why, and this was probably 2 or 3 years ago. So he's been here for a minute. Progresses on through the book, and there's some issues, there's some problems here and there. They did have one particular worker, as they were felling a tree, they just got flattened. Which, especially during this time, it happened. And then, like, it skips probably 2 or 3 months. And the tone changes almost immediately. And from then on forth, it's like every week. And it seems to align with the deliveries of these rods. It is a bit scratchy, it's a bit weird, it's a bit hard to follow. But apparently he found something in the woods that he didn't think looked right, didn't think was natural, didn't think was supposed to be there. Got a bunch of books in, did some research, and apparently something about natural magics at play, and he needs to put up a barrier around them, or else they might leak out into the surrounding areas.
She will be mumble reading aloud as she reads this out, and then adding thoughts onto it. Very scatterbrained like. I mean, if people are trying to do magic here, fake as it is, I mean, that kind of lines up. I didn't think he'd be the one doing it. I thought it'd be some, like, wild man or something.
Is this exactly what he's trying to do, or?
Put up a barrier? I don't know.
What would he be trying to keep out?
I don't know.
I don't really know the folklore of this area.
I sure don't either.
Is Jim still with us?
No, he's walked off at this point.
Can I poke my head out in the hall and see if he's, like, nearby-ish, within hollering distance?
You can. He's down the hall a little ways.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, what's up?
Crazy question, but if we wanted to learn a little bit more about, like, the really old stories, like the folklore of this area, where would we go?
Smokey. Or, I mean, Tim. OP. He's not as bad as people say he is.
Okay, thanks. And she'll just kind of pop her head back into the room.
What do you say?
So there's a couple people we can ask about that. He said Tim might know, surprisingly. He also said Opie, remember the crazy mountain man that we'd been told about?
Yeah, Mr. Crazy.
So we should definitely go talk to him. At some point. Try and see what Boss Man was trying to keep out.
But we have to wait until the car's done. Or we should.
That is true. That is true, but we got plenty of people to talk to around here until then.
Yes, we do. Edgar, there was a third book. What'd you find in it?
Am I rolling anything, or?
No, the third book was the payroll and the invoices, and I'm gonna say that Gladys and Edgar worked on those together.
Nothing really interesting aside from payroll.
That's boring. Okay. Who do we want to talk to next? Or is there anything else in here? Is there anything else in here?
Right about now, you hear this really loud whistle way off in the distance. Kind of sounds like a factory whistle.
Oh, is it quitting time?
Lunchtime? I don't know. What time is it?
And you look outside, and apparently time's kind of past you here, looking through the books and reading and all that fun stuff. It's later in the afternoon, actually.
I always get so absorbed. Why didn't you guys say anything?
Because I was just as absorbed as you were.
Time to go buy all the alcohol.
At least save some for me, too.
Better get there. She'll go running off.
Rose will sigh and chase after her.
I go run and follow.
Okay, so to the bar we go.
Oh, yes.
You enter, and you're the first ones in there. This late middle-aged woman behind the bar. She's rather heavy set. She's got brown hair, and she's got a very, as we like to say, RBF. Yes. And she's like, "Oh, hi. What can I do for you?"
3 whiskeys.
Yeah.
And whatever Tim drinks.
Oh, Tim. Great. He's going to be here tonight.
Yes, unfortunately. Why? Is that a bad thing?
No, I just have to make sure that I have extra.
He told me he'd tell him something. He told me he would tell me something if I bought him alcohol. So I need to buy him alcohol. So whatever he likes to drink, please.
It'll probably be F off, to be honest with you, but maybe it won't. Who knows?
Who knows? We'll see. Hi, are you Ellie, or do you know Ellie?
Yeah, I'm Ellie. Why?
We're here investigating the murder.
Oh, Jeb. Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't have anything to do with it.
I know. He sounded like an ass.
I mean, he could have been. It wasn't that bad, though. He was only a pain when he was drunk, and he liked to stay drunk most of the time, so...
So, yes.
Yeah, catch him when he wasn't drunk, though. He was sweetheart.
Was he always drunk, or did it only start a few months after he got here?
Well, 2 years after he got here.
Yes, that's what I meant, years.
Which, thinking back to the journal, that's about the time that the stuff changed.
Did he ever say anything weird?
Define weird.
Something that someone from the city wouldn't talk about?
I mean, If we did that, then everybody in the camp says something weird, honey.
I don't know. We heard he gave you issues, so... Just making sure everything's not weird there?
He was a little bit too handsy out in public, and he was still married and didn't want anybody to know what was going on between us, frankly.
Oh, so you and him had a thing going on. Did his daughter know?
Probably, to be honest with you. She's real smart.
So you weren't upset the fact... Okay. I got it.
I was mad because he was doing it in public, and I didn't want that to cause issues with home life.
Right.
But he was especially drunk that night.
Was there a reason?
Christmas.
Did he say anything weird about the iron rods that he was coming in with?
How do you know about them?
I poked around. That's what we're here for.
To investigate iron rods.
No, to investigate his death.
That still doesn't explain why you knew about...
Because I went through his office because I was trying to find reasons someone would kill him.
We were looking for clues, weird things that seemed out of place.
And that seemed out of place.
Okay, well, I mean, that's fair, I guess, but it's just weird that I was the only other person in the camp that knew that you were getting those because I had to sign for the deliveries.
Well, quite frankly, we found a book that had them in it, so I was curious.
And was always a stickler for paperwork and finances and stuff like that.
Did he say what he was using them for? Because that's a weird delivery.
I just said he was building something. That's all he said.
Okay. Was that something that would make the locals mad?
I don't know.
You're
Oh,
a local,
he
I'm
could've
not.
been- Local's relative.
Someone who's
I'm
been here
from-
longer than a day.
That's fair. For all I know, he was out in the middle of the woods building a dragon statue or something.
That would be really cool.
It would be on brand for him. He liked all that mystical whatever nonsense.
Do you know where he went out in the woods to do that stuff?
I don't think so, but I don't know what he did in his spare time.
I just
I
was
mean, to
wondering
be
if he
fair-
told you where it was happening.
Like I said, he didn't tell me exactly where. I just knew they would show up and he would just spend like half a day taking them like 10 at a time out in the middle of the woods, and what he was doing with them, I don't know exactly.
Who's Frank?
Frank?
The one who caused the problem. The night Jeb got candy.
Frank's my brother.
Oh, and he didn't know?
No.
Does he know now?
No.
Do you want him to not know?
I would appreciate that.
Okay.
Do you think Frank would have done anything to him?
I'm not going to say that he wouldn't, because I don't think so, but I can't tell you that he wouldn't with 100% certainty.
Can you point him out so I can talk to him later?
Look for the big red one.
Red hair?
Red everything.
Okay. Has Tim come in yet?
He has not.
Is there anything else you think we should know?
Don't eat the hamburger.
Ew.
It don't taste very good.
I'm not gonna ask.
Our cook's pretty awful. Doesn't know when to stop using the salt. Frankly speaking.
Ugh, that's... no. Is there anything else involving Jeb we should know?
I think they've got his belongings in storage waiting for his wife to come pick it and their daughter up.
It his stuff?
Yeah, his trunk.
Oh, okay.
It's in the bunkhouse though, so...
I don't care. Is there anything you want out of it?
No.
Okay. Thank you.
Not a problem. So, you kind of wait around and get a couple drinks. And slowly but surely, everybody, at least you assume everybody, starts slowly piling in. Give me a wits and awareness, please, from everyone.
Four.
3.
Hang on, I actually need to do math for this one. There's 3, 5.
Okay, so more than 5. Got it.
Yeah, more than 5.
So, Rose. With the sheer amount of people that come in the short amount of time, you do actually figure out which one she's talking about. When she said the red one, red hair, red skin, red shirt, red pants, red everything.
Rose will tap Gladys on the shoulder. Hey, I think I found Frank. And she'll, like, point him out.
He's red.
Yes, he's very red.
Alright, let's go talk to Santa.
How about you go talk to him?
Alright. Now, Edgar will make his way over, slightly staggering.
Okay.
This is gonna be so good.
Should I go with him?
No!
Okay.
So you come over to Frank and he kind of looks at you and says, well, hell, they should have stopped beating you with 2x4 about 5 years ago. Shit.
Tell that to the Germans.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, they should have been a little bit nicer to you.
Give me one
Probably.
second, guys. The screen froze. I'm trying to figure out why. I'm sorry.
So
Oh.
it did.
Brief
Oh.
interlude.
Yeah, like everything froze, so I'm gonna stop recording for a second. We might have to cut off the stream while I try and figure this out.
Okay.
Okay, we are
For above the table.
back. We are back and ready to go. I don't know what happened. Things got frozen.
You
Apologies. So
Edgar walked over to Red.
yep. Edgar walked over to Frank. And Frank responded with, "They should have stopped beating you with a 2x4 about 3 years ago."
Edgar responded with "Tell it to the Germans."
He was like, yeah, that's well, at least you can't go back over there. Apparently, they're having a heck of a fight right now.
Yeah, they never seem to relax, do they?
I don't know, the guy that's running it's yeah. Difficult.
Yeah, I only recently got back to the States, so I haven't been keeping up too much.
Yeah. He's a piece of work. Anyway, sorry, Frank. What's your name?
Edgar.
Nice to meet you. Sit down, bud. Gonna guess say you working in one of the surrounding camps and decided to come over.
We're looking into the boss's demise for a friend.
And with that, his shoulders kind of like go back, and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I ain't got nothing to do with that."
Yeah. You know, same type, but your sister said that he got handy with her a few nights before.
Yeah, the night of, he got real bad drunk and said something about, "How about we do something in public?" And I wasn't about to have that. First off, you don't talk to my sister like that, and secondly, you don't grab a woman like he grabbed her. So I about broke his hand off his arm. I didn't actually break his arm. Or his hand, though. I threw him outside. I kicked him a couple times. A couple of my buddies that are floating around here kicked him a couple times. We came back inside and we finished drinking.
Yeah, he's definitely seemed like a bit of a piece of work from what everyone's been saying.
Yeah, he's he wasn't the best boss I ever had. Wasn't the worst, but he was certainly the most unique. You can tell he was from California.
Yeah, someone says he was a college type.
Yeah, apparently went to school for some business, something or another. I don't know.
So, where were you that night, anyways?
Here until about 4 a.m. and then I passed out in the bunk room. I didn't even make it to a bed. I just slept on the floor.
Yeah, been there too.
Do you want to know who I think did it?
Who's that?
OP. I think the old codger come over here, got all crazy and like, and I don't know, probably took some of his dogs or whatever and made them tear him apart, and then I don't know. I don't know how he did it to legs though. The arms I can understand, but legs, that was the weird part.
Yeah, that looks like some pretty gruesome stuff. Oh, there isn't like a. Why I got drunk so quick.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. And, I mean, even if walk over the area now, and it just feels off.
We'll take a look at it. See what we can pick up. I guess.
All right, just. I'd be careful. They told you about don't go out at night, right?
Yeah, they mentioned it.
Yeah. Last time I worked a little bit late, I saw something out there that I didn't like it. There ain't a whole lot out there that scares me. I've seen bears, I've seen mountain lions, I've seen wolves. Hell, I've seen an elk charge me one time, and a moose that was probably the biggest damn animal I ever saw. This thing, though, it moved faster than anything I've ever seen. It walked upright like a man, but I promise you it wasn't.
Interesting. Did you get a clear look at it, or is it just moving too fast?
I mean, it was around dusk, so you know how things are. You don't see things that well then, and I mean, it was moving.
I mean, I can definitely see some weird stuff at night, especially dusk. That's when most things are usually at the most active.
Yeah, and it wouldn't have bothered me if I just saw this thing moving along, but it got almost out of my view and it stopped and looked at me, and it said something. This weird something. I don't even know if it necessarily said something. It just made this noise that just, even thinking back on it now, it down to the bones, it just chills me.
Was it like a growl, or?
If you can get Tim to drunk enough, he might talk about it. Hell, he might even do the sound for you.
Yeah, one of my friends already offered to buy him all the beer he wanted.
Oh no, he don't drink that beer. He likes that top shelf whiskey, that scotch.
Yeah, like his tastes.
And hang around. We're about to pull the cards out. We'll play a couple hands.
Yeah, sounds good.
And Edgar hangs out for a little bit. And during this time, what is Gladys and Rose doing?
Looking around, keeping an eye on people, seeing if she can find Tim.
Okay. No Tim yet.
Sorry. Rose will see if she can get her hands on a whiskey.
Yeah, no. She's more than willing to sell you a bottle. Apparently, that's not necessarily the weirdest request that she's had.
Now, she gave us whatever Tim likes to drink, yeah? Because that's had it been ordered at one point?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's given you 4 of whatever he likes to drink, and they're just sitting there.
Oh my gosh, when does he come in?
And Ellie kind of pops by and is like, yeah, he usually comes in about half an hour from now.
You couldn't have said that.
I don't know if he told you any sooner or not.
No. He barely said anything to me.
Yeah, no, he's probably out
Put
back.
it down. Except to put it down. Spoil sport.
I had plans for those.
Yeah, honestly, he's probably out back cooking up a rabbit or something right now.
Should I go take it to him?
I mean, just as long as I get the glasses back, I don't really care.
I'll help you.
I'm bored, let's go.
And she'll pop the cork back in the whiskey, throw it in her bag, and grab a couple bottles and follow Gladys.
Bottles, you mean cups?
Cups, bottles, whatever they are.
Okay.
Edgar will be back,
And-
bye!
And in the middle of the hand, they walk out. And sure enough, you find Tim out back. Old handmade barbecue out of an oil drum. Just
Oh my
cooking up
gosh.
something.
Oh my gosh, Tim, when you told me you were gonna come drinking, you should have told me you were gonna be late. Here.
I don't show up late, I show up exactly on time.
Do you want him or not, or should I go take him back?
Hand him over.
Here you go.
Doing door service, shoot. And he takes them, he adds just a little bit of water each one, and he starts sipping on them. Pours them all in one glass, though.
She'll just sit and stare at him. Drinking, or
And he
like
just
holding
takes
whatever
his-
she's drinking.
And he just sits there, he takes his sweet time making whatever he's making. Apparently he got some potatoes and some random mushrooms from the forest or whatever.
Rose will take a quick second to run the empty cups back inside before we forget about them.
Okay. And he's some sort of small game. It was four-legged. Might be a rabbit, might be a raccoon, who knows?
So, what's going on in the woods? Everyone has told us to not go out there.
You should probably listen then.
I'm here, aren't I? Not in the woods.
Yeah. Apparently you're not as boneheaded as I thought you were when you first walked in the shop.
I sometimes have okay ideas. And I know how to
Sometimes you
listen
listen.
sometimes.
Yeah. And that's really all you gotta do out here is just listen.
Can I listen to you?
I mean, I don't know, can you?
I don't know, you gonna talk?
Maybe after I finish this. And he,
So if you don't want
Takes
to talk
another
about
sip.
that, will you tell me some of the myths about the woods?
do you know any?
Nope.
Might
I mean-
shed some light.
I know others. I've done some reading on other places, but not here.
Like what?
Oh, a lot of them. Nothing happens good in the woods at night. Same thing with mountains. Mountains get weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mountains, woods, rivers, lakes. Stay away from them. Now, if I had any sense in me, I'd stay away from this place, but
Why?
I ain't got any sense, do I?
Apparently no one here does. Including us, because we came here.
Y'all didn't know any better.
We investigate
Not
weird
really,
things.
at least.
Or we're supposed to.
Yeah. You said, who you work for?
Ms. Nichols. A friend of the sheriff and the guy who... Nate. His name is Nate.
And Nate should have known better than get y'all involved. Let the boy take the fall for the crime that he probably didn't commit.
I don't know if he thought we were coming, because he didn't know we were coming. I think he thought Miss Nichols was coming.
According to him, a little bit of time's passed since he put in the request, so...
Yeah, about 3 months when the murder happened.
Yeah, probably fits. Still, though, should have known better than try to bring in outsiders. They don't... Never ends well for them.
So that means the same thing's going to happen to us? Are we going to be mutilated?
I don't know. Usually, they like to go tromping off through the woods, and they get lost, and then they get found about 6 to 8 months later, half-eaten by whatever the hell's out there.
That's interesting, though, isn't it? Bodies were all mangled to hell. Nothing ate them, though. Heard the wolves wouldn't touch the boss.
Smokey told you about that.
Mm-hmm.
And probably had something to do with the circles not too far from here.
Circles.
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow morning, go... And he kind of orients himself a little bit, and he's like, that way, and he points in a general direction. Go about 1.5 miles north, and you'll find some weird things.
Oh, circles of iron rods?
Iron rods don't do nothing.
Okay.
I
so
saw him bringing them in. I don't tell him don't say nothing.
Okay. Then what circles? I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah. Some people like to call them Fey circles. I just like to call them wildling circles. At least that's what my mama called them.
I think I've read something about that. It's been a minute, though.
My grandparents used to tell me about them all the time because they're from the old country. Apparently, you're not supposed to touch them or go in them, because then you'll get kidnapped by the Fae and spirited off to the Fae realm where they eat you.
Yeah,
or they torment you with their, I don't know, with their magic or whatever.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, it's something like that. I don't know. I didn't put a whole lot of stock in it until I got here. I didn't even think about them. I just thought they were just some ghost stories from back when I was younger to keep us from running off too late in the woods.
So what changed your mind?
Then I saw them, and then I was like, those are exactly what my mama said, so let's not touch them.
Okay.
I mean, it's not necessary to say that if you touch them, anything will happen, but better be safe than sorry, right?
Right. I would much rather not be killed.
Wouldn't necessarily worry about being killed. More than being
in a gruesome
marked.
way.
If you do things to piss them off, they're probably going to come after you. That's all I'm going to say. So being there, touching them, probably ain't going to hurt you. Driving iron rods through the center of them, probably going to hurt you.
Oh, is that what he did?
Yeah, like an idiot. And when they kept disappearing, he kept going back and putting more in them.
Okay. Who else goes out that way?
Not a whole lot of people.
Right, because everyone
Most
here
of
knows
us know better. Yeah, most of us that have been here know better to just go to the site and come back and don't go tromping off. A couple of the huntsmen, they go all throughout the woods. I'm sure they probably found more than a couple.
Mm-hmm. Anything weird ever happened at the site?
Just a couple freak accidents. But I mean, it's logging. Stuff
Right.
will happen sometime, right?
So someone getting squished isn't unusual.
Yeah, or a tree falling over that's been deeply rooted. it happens, especially when everything else has been shifted around it.
Mm-hmm.
But the weird ones are when that they're sawing through something and the blade snaps and then it wraps around and gets the person getting the tree.
Did that happen?
It happens on occasion. They like to write it off as the forward momentum bent the blade and it snapped back and broke, and I don't know. They got technical terms for it. Basically, they pushing forward and it snaps and it smacks them and it cuts them. Doesn't usually kill anybody. It leaves a nasty scar though. What does, however, kill people is random tree limbs falling
Mm-hmm.
on a perfectly healthy tree. It looks like it's sawed clean through.
Who did it get?
Oh, I ain't got anybody in a while. Except for that one guy that got smashed by the tree, but that was 100% because he wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
I know Jared Bossman stopped going out to site because things kept happening real close to him.
That's
You
weird.
think someone might be sabotaging the work site on purpose?
I mean, there's a possibility. But they gotta either be real good at hiding or can move around without being seen.
Is there like a night guard up there or something?
No. This far out, you ain't gonna have anybody out there.
Yeah, we can't go out in the woods at night, remember? What did you see? Did you see a person?
I don't know what you're talking about. And he continues drinking his drink.
Stare at him for a little bit.
And he just kind of continues on in silence for the next like 20-30 minutes. Until he gets to the bottom of the drink and he's like, oh, looks like the well's running dry a little bit.
How many more do you want?
Might do well to just bring the whole bottle.
Fine.
If you want me to tell you what I saw, that's the only way that's going to happen.
If Ellie lets me.
I will just tell her to put it on my tab if she won't put it on yours.
Okay. Go talk to Ellie.
You go back inside and you ask for the whole bottle, and he's like, oh, you got to deal with it tomorrow, but okay.
I mean, it's keeping him from coming in here, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Edgar, at this point, you are halfway to Sunday. They are just feeding you drinks left and right. They are swapping war stories with you. And they're just having a grand old time. Like, they've tried to get you to sing along with some of their stupid songs, but you're like, no.
We're still sobering up to realize the Gladys is there.
Yeah, you're still sober enough to realize that your coworkers aren't in there. Know where everything is, but it's getting to the point where things are moving when they're not supposed to.
So Edgar will call over. Hey, how's things going with Tim?
I'll let you know once he finishes this. You have fun. You having fun?
Yep. If you get him drunk enough, ask him to try to make the sound Frank here heard.
Okay. Thanks, Frank. Hi, I'm Gladys.
Yeah, sure.
I'm a lot. It's okay.
Very energetic.
Yes.
And he goes back to like pounding on the table and just trying to sing whatever song is being sung right now.
Walk back to Tim.
At which point he is currently eating whatever animal it is. And he looks at the bottle and he grabs it from me and he starts pouring himself another thing. And he's like, well, you brought the bottle.
Yes.
And it's going to take me the majority of the night to get there. So, let's cut out a little bit of the interlude.
What, do you think I was lying?
No, not necessarily. I just didn't think you'd be so readily willing to help an old alcoholic with his problems.
I mean, you're not really going to be my problem, so...
And so far you've been a lot nicer than some people we've met on other jobs, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rose, Edgar's making so many friends in there, it's hilarious.
I'm so glad for him!
And can I get Rose and Gladys to make me what's an awareness, please?
Just 2? I'm gonna do a reroll.
Okay.
I got 4.
That's pretty good.
I got 5 with a critical.
Okay, so critical success. So Rose, you catch something out of the corner of your eye as Tim goes to start like pouring himself this thing and kind of draws your attention. Gladys, on the other hand, you're kind of locked on Tim for a second, and then it kind of, you can see it moving behind him. Whatever it is. However, both of you look off into the woods, and you just see 2 beady red dots standing there and not moving, not doing anything.
How high up?
About 8.5 feet up off the ground.
That's bigger than a dog.
And with that, we are going to end on a cliffhanger.
Yay, new characters next week.
Yes. So, I feel like that's a good spot to end for the week.
Oh, yeah.
So, announcements, because we're going to fix the technical difficulty middle section. Hopefully, of course. Go to totalpartykrit.com. Check out all of our links, all of our personal blurbs, not necessarily full bio though. All of the character links, all of the character descriptions, bios, all that fun stuff that we have on there. It will give you links to all of our places that we are, as far as like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all of the podcasting sites that you might want. It has a link to our Patreon, which we would be greatly appreciative if you went and supported us. However, we understand that not everybody can. So if you can't do that monetarily, next best way would be to spread the word by mouth.
Like, subscribe,
or by
share.
keyword. Yes, like, subscribe, give us feedback, and then share to everybody else, because everybody needs to know about this. And then finally, I know we've got some merch going on in the background that we are sort of working on.
There's things that we have to figure out as a group before we push them out, unfortunately, so a little bit delayed on that.
Yep. So that is going to happen. We are actually going to be putting a Nichol's Cryptid Catcher shirt out. So if you like this, we will absolutely have one with our like really cool logo for this.
Yes.
I like it. I'm probably going to order one myself because, yes, why not?
It's cool. It's a cool one.
And then we're doing skits on TikTok. You get to see some stuff for the VTM games that we're running on Tuesdays and Saturdays. Join us on Tuesdays and Saturdays if this is your first time seeing us on Twitch for those games. Hopefully we don't have too many technical difficulties because those are always fun to work through.
Oh, man. Yeah, I really hope this one didn't mess up too badly. Yet another schedule shift because yay real life. This Saturday we are sticking with Life and Blood Atlanta. However, next week our VTM games are swapping. I will be on the road and I will not have access to all of my things, so I will be able to play, however, I will not be able to run a game. So Dengle is taking over Tuesday, and I am taking over Saturday, and then the next week we're going back to normal. So you'll get 2 Life and Blood Atlantas in a row, and then 2 Blood and Hope Detroits in a row.
Yeah, which I'm sure Blood and Hope Detroit's going to be really fun. Life and Blood Atlanta's going to be fun, but
we'll see.
I'm
Might have a
excited for the other one.
2-parter. Depends on how you guys handle things.
Yeah, which I'm sure is not concerning at all. So yeah, come check us out. Come look at all of our stuff. We do have a very short campaign that we did for D&D as well, if you like that. However, with the whole gaming license thing, we decided to cut it off.
And you can definitely see our Call of Cthulhu game, which is the precursor to this game.
Yes. So, by all means, come check us out. Look at all our stuff. Let us know what we did right, what we did wrong, what we did bad, what we did good, and what we did other. Also, telling Nenavar that he looks funny is always funny because, yes.
And tell us if you enjoyed the characters as much as we do. I was dying playing Gladys.
Yes, I enjoyed them. So, with that, have a good night. Have a safe night. Or day, or evening, or afternoon, whatever it is for you. And hopefully we will see you next time.
Have a good night, everyone.